Kaisho, hey everybody, welcome back to my daily Euskara practice. Today's video is going to be very focused. We are looking at one thing, and it is a very new thing for me. Literally, I just looked at it 5 minutes ago for the first time, just in preparation for this video. And that is a new verb. We're going to learn a new verb today. I've literally never seen this verb before, so let's go. Apparently, my workbook is telling me we've made it to Unit 4. My beginner's workbook, and according to this, we're ready to learn a new verb. Now, so far, the only verbs I've really formally studied are isan, to be, egon, also to be, and ukan, to have, which up until this point in my Basque scholastic career, which has spanned well over a year, I thought there was only one verb for to have. And now I'm learning that there's another verb for to have. I was going to say there's two verbs, but I don't know. Is it going to end here? Maybe there's more. But today, my book is telling me that there's another verb that means to have. That's called eduki. Now, unfortunately for me, this workbook does not explain the difference between the two, like if there is a difference between the two. And because it doesn't explain it, I'm guessing that ukan and eduki are interchangeable. I'm not 100% sure, but I know when we learned isan and egon, it was like a really big thing that like they both mean to be, but like in different circumstances. And we practiced like endlessly in my class, like when to use which one. So maybe that'll come later in the workbook, but right now, the first lesson in Eduki, it's not saying anything about there being a difference. So I think it's interchangeable, but I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments if it's more complicated than that. I suspect it's more complicated than that. I mean, it's Basque. It's always more complicated than that, right? But the example sentences in my workbook, they make it seem interchangeable. The first one, nik eche handia dut / daukat, which to me means like you could use either one to say I have a big house. Nik bi auto ditut or dauskat, I have 2 cars. Either or, I think. But then they put it in the form of a question, which is interesting. I just learned about adding ba in front of ukan to like form a question. So apparently you can do the same thing here with eduki. It says badusu / badaukasu sheme alabarik. Do you have any children? And then esdut / daukat sheme alabarik. I don't have any children. So the slash is telling me that they're interchangeable. So we have a new verb chart. Can you see that? Okay, so these are all the new words I need to memorize to learn Eduki. I'm sure this is probably just the tip of the iceberg since this is a beginner's class, but so far that seems like a lot of words and a lot of letters. But at least it works like ukan, similar in that there's different words depending on if the object you have is singular or plural. So nik daukat for a singular object or dauskat. Okay, so it's pretty much very similar. It's just when the object is plural, you add a z to your dau part. So daukat turns into dauskat. Dauka turns into dauska. Daukagu turns into dauskagu. Okay. I feel like I'm getting the hang of this. This seems straightforward enough just because I've looked at ukan for so long that I think this makes relative sense. Fun thing, a lot of you guys, well, let's be honest, not a lot of you guys, but some of you guys in the comments have been having discussions about, what's it called? I forgot the grammatical term you guys do. Hika and noka. I think that's what you called it. This informal way of speaking based on gender. And I think we have a hint of that here in the workbook because it has hik, which is like the informal you. It says it's daukak or daukan, and it has a little asterisk and it says use a K when the subject is a man and an N when the subject is a woman. I mean, as a beginner, I don't think anyone's gonna expect me to like figure that out or remember that, but that's good to know. I feel like that would take a while for you to get your head around the fact that you really need to process when the subject, like the gender of the subject. Because up until this point, I feel like I've been so focused on like analyzing the object, trying to figure out if it's singular or plural. So now apparently if I want to use this grammatical way of addressing people informally by gender, which I think is a little advanced for me, but apparently with that you have to look at the subject, which is an extra step. But here we go. First time looking at this verb chart. I'm going to keep it here with me to refer to it because obviously I have not memorized this yet. And we're going to do the first exercise associated with this. I'm limiting myself to one exercise today because like this is new material. I don't want to overwhelm myself or get discouraged. And the first exercise has 14 sentences with blanks to fill in. So like that feels like a lot for me. So what does it say? Basically, it's blah, 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 complete the sentences, inserting the verbs. Okay, so I'm just going to hope that because this is a beginner's workbook, that the only verbs we're going to need to insert here are our new Eduki verbs. But I'll be translating whatever I don't understand as we go, just to double check. Because maybe they'll throw some curveballs in there that we need to use isan or something. I don't think they will, but got to be ready for anything, right? And I have the emotional support here of a banana muffin that my mom just made. I told myself this was going to be my reward for finishing this video because I don't want to be here. But my mom told me I should have a bite before I start, just as like a preview. Treat myself in advance, you know? I feel like learning Basque, it's going to take a lot of food treats like a dog to get me through this training. Okay, let's start with the example because I like those. It says ama zuek etxe berria eta polita daukazue. Okay, so daukazue is the form for zuek and a plural object. So it's like, mom, you guys have a new and pretty house. Okay. First one for me to fill out. Zuek berogailua, telebista, kuadroak eta loreak blank. So I know you guys have, I don't know what berogailua is, but a television. Cuadroak, I'm guessing, is a painting, because I think in Spanish a painting is a cuadro. And loreak, I know, is flowers. So just for some vocabulary, let's see, what is berogailua? That's a heater? That's a heater, okay. Some of these things do not seem to go together, but let's see, cuadroa is, I'm using this Eliuar Histegiak, you guys keep trying to get me to use. And I forgot who it was, but someone so helpfully in the comments said, you know, you can filter out the results to English. I do know that, but the fun thing is, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but the fun thing is, like, when I type in a word, even if I've filtered in for English, if I type in a word and I like don't do it in its most basic form, it gives me a suggestion. Like, I typed in cuadroa and it asked me, did you mean cuadro? And so I clicked on cuadro, and when you do that, it erases all of the settings that you had before. So that's when it gives you all of the Spanish and all of the French until you get to the English. And so nobody cares. It's not really that exciting. All of this to say, eventually I did get confirmation that cuadroak is paintings. So okay, it's saying you have a heater, a television, paintings, and flowers. So I think this is going to be the same verb form as the example because it's zuek, just like the example, and it's plural objects. So yeah, the chart says that that's Oh, it's different from the example because the example was a singular object. My bad. It was a house that just had many adjectives to describe it. So this one, plural object, would be Euskasue. Oh gosh, that's a lot of letters. And a lot of letters I don't use too often in English. A lot of Z's and K. Okay. So zuek berogailua, telebista, kuadroak, eta loreak, Euskasue. Oh, it's a mouthful. Okay, next one. Ama guk es blank eser. So, Mom, we don't have nothing. We have nothing. Okay, so we're going to need to look at the chart for guk. And nothing, I'm guessing, is a singular form. So that would be daukagu. Ama guk es daukagu. Okay. Nire lagunek ordenagailua. Oh, Jesus. Nire lagunek ordenagailua blank, baina nik es blank ordenagailurik. Okay, so my friends have a computer. I think that's what ordenagailua is. But I don't have any computer. Okay. So my friends, I know it's friends because it's lagunek, which is plural. So that's third person plural, which is hayek, and ordenagailua is singular object. So we got daukate, yeah. And what's next? We got nik, and then singular object, daukat. I mean, I say I've never seen this verb before just because I've never sat down and studied a verb chart and learned what it means and how you conjugate it, but I've definitely seen these words in readings or maybe even comments, I don't know. And I've always been like, oh, this is something that comes up a lot. I wonder when in my Basque class we're going to learn about it. And what do you know? We're on unit 13 of my Basque class and I haven't learned this yet. And it took unit 4 of an Ariane workbook for me to get to it. So clearly we have a difference in our curriculums here. But anyway, nire lagunek ordenagailua daukate, baina nik ez daukat ordenagailurik. Oh. Guk geletan ez blank mahairik. Okay, I think Mahai has a table. I don't know what geletan is, so let's give this Elhuar another chance. And I'm sure it'll be messed up because it asks me, did you mean gela? Did I mean gela? I don't know. Did I? It says room. I don't think... Does it mean you in the room? Or, oh, etan. I know putting an N makes it in, but what's etan? Maybe it is a suffix. Google Translate for the win tells me that it means in the rooms. Which is what I originally thought, but it's plural apparently. Okay, so we, comma, in the rooms, comma, don't have any table. Okay, so all we need to know is this is a guk, so we, and then a singular object because it's any table, and that is, again, daukagu. Guk geletan es daukagu mahairik. Anderek nire lagunak gelan telebista blank. So Ander, comma, my friend, comma, has a TV in the room because I just learned what gela means. So Ander, one dude, singular, so that's a hark, and then one TV, yeah. So dauka, Anderek nire lagunak gelan telebista dauka. 6, we're not even halfway there, my God. Guk blank egongelan es blank telebistarik. egongelan. Is egon a prefix in this case, or is this a new noun entirely? Is this having to do with gela, which we've been working with, or not? Okay, I typed egongelan into Eliuad, and it gives me an option for egongela, which is telling me maybe this is its own word. Oh, it's the living room. Oh, that makes sense. It's the room. If egon is to be, it's the room where you be. The living room, comma, sitting room. Okay, so what are we saying? We, in the living room, don't have any television. So guk and a singular object, that is daukagu. You would think I've used this, I think like 4 times already in this example, but it's not there yet. So I'm very happy to have this verb chart. Okay, guk sukaldean platerak blank, baina ez blank edalonzirik. I'm sensing a theme. Oh, this unit is called Zure Etxea, your house. So, okay, so I guess we're learning some house vocabulary today as a bonus to the verb. Okay. So I know sukalde is kitchen. So we in the kitchen, platerak, I'm guessing is plate. Plates. Platera is plate. Yeah, a dish. I'm guessing because in Spanish, a plate is plato, right? Or a dish. And the way I know how to say plate in Basque is asita, because that's the way my dad says it. And in French, it's assiette. So it makes sense that his dialect, the word is very Frenchy, and here we have a word that's very Spanish. Yeah, I said it. So, platerak. So we in the kitchen have plates, and then baina es, but we don't have edalonzirik in edalonzirik. I'm gonna look this up, but this sounds very familiar. Edalonzi, I'm guessing, is the word here. Glass. Oh, it sounds familiar because I'm sure it was on a vocab list like a year ago. Okay, so, but we don't have any glass. I'm guessing it means like glasses, like to go with the plates, like to drink. Okay, we have multiple plates. So we've been using daukagu to death. Now we have the plural object dauskagu. You add that Z in there. And then baina es. So it's still guk. Edalonzirik, I think, is singular. So I think we're going back to a regular daukagu with that one. Okay, number 8. Anderek horman quadroak blank etanik posterak blank. Okay. Ander, in whatever the horma is. Horma. What's a horma? Ice or frost. Is Ander in the ice? No, that can't be right. Eliud, what are you doing? Google Translate says that means on the wall, which makes a lot more sense because we're talking about a painting. So Eliud, I don't know what you're doing today. Yeah, even the word in French means ice. So, one instance where Google Translate won on that one. Imagine that. I don't know why I'm such a big defender of Google. I think I'm just so used to using it for kind of everything. Just like I'm used to using English for everything. But now is the time to learn new skills, like learning how to speak Basque and learning how to use new online dictionaries. Okay, so Ander, one dude, he's got multiple paintings. So we're back to hark, and plural object dauska. And then the next blank is nik posterak. What is a postera? Or is it poster? Is it a poster? Stop it. It's a poster. Wow, I could have guessed that. Okay, so I have posters. Multiple posters. Posterak. So that's dauskat. Anderek horman quadroak dauska etanik posterak dauskat. I like that one because it sounds like a cat. Anderek lehoan loreak blank baina nik ez blank lorerik. Lehoa sounds really familiar too. I think that was on a vocab list. I hope my teacher's not watching this because I'm sure it's painful. A window! The window, obviously. So Ander has flowers in the window, but I don't have any flowers. Okay, so Ander's got everything. What? I have posters, he has paintings, he has flowers, I have nothing? I mean, obviously I do have flowers, but like, okay, get it together, you know? I need to get on Anders' level. So we're back at Hark. We're still with the plural object, so we're going to use dauska again, like in the last sentence. And then nik, singular object, is daukat. Oh, the one that I just said sounds like a cat. Okay. So Anderek lehoan loreak dauska, baina nik ez daukat lorerik. Next one. Guk ez blank berogailurik. I just learned that berogailua is a heater, so we don't have any heater. That sucks. Guk, so that's singular object, and again, daukagu. We're using that one a lot today. All right, and I think we're going to keep using it because the next few sentences are still about guk. Guk, hoskailuan, arautzak bakarik, blank. And in parentheses it says solo huevos, so we're only having eggs, but hoskailuan, what is that? What room of the house are we in now? Hoskailu, Eliuar says, is the fridge. Ah, that's a good word to know. I should know that. Oh, because hotza is cold, right? So hoskailuan, the cold thing. Guk, so that's back to guk, and then arautsak, that's multiple eggs, right? Okay, so we only have eggs in the fridge. Time to go grocery shopping, right? So I think that's a dauskagu for that one. Next, guk eche ondoan supermerkatua blank, baina guk es blank dirurik. So we have a house next to the supermarket, but we don't have any money. How tragic. That's why they only have eggs in the fridge. Okay, so guk again, and then the one house that they have is daukagu again, and then we don't have any money, so same thing, it's a singular object as well. So guk eche onduan supermerkatua daukagu, baina guk es daukagu dirurik. All right, second to last one, lucky number 13. Ama suk dirua blank. Mom, you have money. So suk, I don't think we've done much of that one at all. Suk, why did I point to me? Suk is you. Suk, you have money. I think that's singular. So daukasu. Ama suk dirua daukasu. And last one, suk ganbaran gausa saharak blank. Ganbara. I think that's another place in the house. It sounds kind of familiar. Ganbara, the loft or the attic. Gausa, do I know what gausa means? I feel like it's a directional word. Thing. Oh, it means thing? So you have old things in the attic. Okay, I guess that makes sense, right? So suk, old things, is plural object, and that's dauskasu. Tu tienes, it says. Wow, okay. 20-something minutes to get through 14 sentences. Let me know in the comments if I did that right, because I like to think that I know how to fill in the blanks based on a chart that's sitting right in front of me, but maybe I messed some of those up, so I'd appreciate you guys double checking my work if you speak Basque. And let me know in the comments if anybody is out there like trying to learn Basque too. Like, have you seen Eduki before? And how long did it take you to learn it? Because yeah, I've been in this Basque class for over a year, and we never learned it. And just now, Unit 4 of a workbook I bought on my own in the Basque Country, we're looking at it. So, I don't know. I just think it's kind of interesting, like, who designs these curriculums? Like, who decides? Like, is there science behind? Like, have they done the research? Like, what's the most effective way to learn Basque? Like, the order of this? Or is it just, like, preference of whoever's designing it, like, what they think is best? I don't know. But either way, I'm kind of glad to have this workbook as, like, supplemental to my class. Because obviously, we've seen things in my class, too, that hasn't been as extensively explained in this one workbook. So it's good to have both. But, yeah, I just think it's interesting how that works out. So let me know if you have thoughts in the comments. If you have questions, please drop those in the comments below as well. And like and subscribe this video if you want to hang out on the Hello Basque YouTube channel and see more videos about the Basque Country, Basque culture, and learning Basque. So with that, gero arte. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.